forward to this year? What in the cinema is the MegaGeek looking forward to?
I don't know, tell you the truth. I mean, what is coming out this year? I
Look.
mean, I could go and see the next Ghostbusters film, but again, right, the trailer didn't inform me. Then there's Fall Guy, which is I had a little.
Fall Guy to me seems like a streaming movie.
Yeah, Fall Guy is not the Fall Guy though. It's a completely different idea to the TV show, isn't it?
If you're going if you're doing something based on source material, have you not learned? Follow the source bloody material.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
It's not gonna. I again, right. I'm only judging it by the trailer. I don't know what the film's going to be like. So, hopefully it's going to be good because I probably might go and see it in the cinema. But I can never get rid of that theme song in my head for Fall Guys.
They need that theme. You're right.
They do. Yeah, they do.
They do need that theme song.
Yeah.
So Joker, Folie à Deux. I'm not sure if everything I've seen about this has left me cold. I'm not interested in it at all. But
it's not a musical. It's not a musical. I thought it was going to be a musical, but it's not. So.
And I don't really like Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like the first one was so good. I got to give it a try. Quiet Place in the Furiosa. I'm looking forward to that. That's
I probably won't go and see that.
Why not?
The reason why I won't go and see that because it's not the original actress, and also the fact I didn't really like that last Mad Max film. I thought it was a huge departure from what he was trying to say from the second to the first to the third, and also
wait, before you go forward, what was he trying to say in the first to the third Mad Max? So you really intrigued me now.
No, well, the tone and everything about the last three. You can't go any further than that. So basically, what he did on the new one was because nobody would hire Mel Gibson. He was in a bad place, wasn't he?
He's come back now.
He has. But So I don't know. Look, maybe I shouldn't have said he was trying to say. I think that what I meant was the tone of the first three. Even though the third one was kind of lackluster, it was still something that was. I enjoyed the third one, but this one, he went over the top with this one, and it was very much focused not on Max, and it can't be focused. And also, right, even if it was focused on Max, I couldn't connect with. Who's the guy that played Max? I can't remember.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy, because Tom Hardy is not Mel Gibson. You built up that whole character of Max with Mel Gibson, and then suddenly he's not there.
I was really fine with Tom Hardy taking on the Max character. I thought it was a different take. I don't mind people having different takes on character. I don't mind there being different people playing Captain Kirk. Like for me, that doesn't bother me at all. I'd rather it be like there's a guy on. There's a couple of people in Big Finish that do. There's one, Tim Treloar. He does Third Doctor stories. And he's different from John Pertwee, but it had the essence of his performance. Stephen Noonan, you've been on streams with him. His First Doctor is it really is the essence of the performance. So have I ever told you my big plan for Stephen Noonan?
Oh, here we go.
Okay, this is a big plan. Crowdfund, right? Did you ever see the what was it? The Dalek Master Plan prequel episode without the Doctor, where they refilmed it with these college students. Refilmed it. Who's this?
No,
it was really good. What's it called? Dalek Master Plan. So anyway, essentially, remount like a lost story, like Marco Polo, the Crusade.
Oh yeah.
With Stephen Noonan playing the Doctor and whoever, recast it, right? Make it a crowdfunded project. You can go and see it being filmed. So then, once you got it filmed, you do many different versions of it. One, you do Stephen Noonan and you cast in color, and Stephen Noonan you cast in black and white. Then you do use face swap technology, turn and then cover Stephen Noonan's face with William Hartnell. And all the actors with the original actors, do face swap all of them, and then take the dialogue from the original, clean it up with AI as well, and have that lip sync to the actors. It will be indistinguishable from the real thing, from the original. Right?
A lot of money though.
What?
It's going to cost a lot of money to do
No,
that.
it wouldn't. Look again. Look, if if I was doing this thing in the intro today, saying that amazingly that if I can create Emily Blunt giving somebody a blowjob, I could do that on my desktop now, on my laptop. Right, that's good. And I don't think she's giving anybody a blowjob. I just think they're using face swap technology. And if I can do it for free, right, then anybody can do it. It's ridiculous.
The thing is, though, I don't think. I mean, wasn't that what the actors were fighting for? Not to use their images, and also to not let AI take their jobs and stuff like that.
It's not taking their job. It's a reconstruction.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. It's okay. You using their images, aren't you? So that's what they're arguing about.
So pay them for it.
Well, that's where the money comes in, right? That's what I'm saying. It's going to cost you money.
But look. Let me tell you, AI is changing. It's going to change everything. Check this out, right? This is the video AI is really coming on leaps and bounds. Here, 1 second.
I've seen a lot of stuff from AI. It looks good.
Right. This is all AI.
Have you seen the one where the lady's walking in China? Seen that one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. The dog coming out. This one's good as well. This one.
Oh, yeah, the dog coming out of the snow. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah, but like it's nearly there. Like we are nearly going to be able to.
2 years tops, mate. It's going to be there.
Right. We will be able to make it. We'll go make our own Doctor Who. That's the thing. I think this is going to be a genuine meritocracy. However, there are people who use AI for much more nefarious means. Let me show you.
Is that you?
That is me. That's me. So, did you see my thumbnail for today?
Yes, I have seen it.
Bit of Brie Larson action there. What's one?
It's terrible.
I think it's coming out on Friday. I think tomorrow, as I really haven't covered much Doctor Who today, I'm going to record a fresh video for tomorrow. Yeah, let me find my best deeply salacious AI image. Again, all this is completely generated by AI.
Yeah,
like unbelievable. Like even the face of evil. You know, the mountain. I got that was a screen grab, and it was all extended by AI.
Yeah.
So this was one of my personal favorites. The two Romanas. It's I think fantastic. But
you know, Rabbi, you know, you can there's programs out there, AI programs out there that within seconds you can face swap.
Yeah,
you know that,
I'm just talking about that.
Crazy, right? Absolutely crazy.
This is all face swap technology.
Right,
again, amazingly, I didn't get a slutty Brie Larson, right? I created it by, it's incredible. If you say Captain Marvel lingerie, it came up with something. I created it, and then I went to a face swapper and face swapped it. Yes, but we all love the Perry Indiana Jones. So yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to use this technology to really create content, right? I totally will, right? How do you get AI to sound like Nicola Bryant? What do you mean like this? 1 second. Where is this? Here we go.
Rabbi, you're a very naughty boy.
You know, do you know there's a rumor that because of the strike, the Deadpool, Deadpool was stuck between the strike.
Right.
They got AI to do their voiceovers. And I think there's a rumor that they did that just to beat the deadline. So I think I read about it somewhere, but yeah, if that's true, then yeah, I mean, sometimes you can't distinguish between, like, for instance, Rabbi, if you were a big star, right? Like, say, for instance, you're a movie star, and I said, can you come in and do a couple of voiceovers? We'll pay you, because this film that you did. And you come in and you do the voiceovers. Then you go away and you get paid. And then the director and the producer's looking at it thinking, oh, no, maybe you should have said it this way. Let's get AI to do it that way. Right. But you wouldn't know. So in the film, you would think that that's your voice. See, there's the danger right there.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, and we're gonna see it all through politics as well. Where they change one word. But here, check this out. Peter Capaldi reading my story.
Yeah, I've heard this.
Did. He had experienced an entire extra lifetime with his bouffant.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a bit off though.
It depends. I don't know. For me, when you hear the whole thing, I think it really works.
Yeah,
but like I am perfectly happy using AI to perfectly happy doing that. Yeah. Fine. I was going to say, do you want to look at any Doctor Who news with me, or
go on in?
Wait a second. We were looking at movies.
Yeah, movies. What's coming out?
One second. We'll go back to that. Fine, doink. Lord of the Rings. That's probably really quite good. Deadpool Wolverine. I'm sure that's going to be fun.
Should be.
Right.
I'm hoping.
So yeah, that looks good. So Mickey 17. This sounds like my idea for Joe 90. Right. I had such a great idea for Jerry Andon's cinematic universe. Firstly, John Boyega is Captain Scarlet. Dun, 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 dun. He will be awesome. I'll tell you why, right? And I'm not a big fan of like just race swapping for no reason. Captain Scarlet always worked because it was a very, very contemporary for the time spy thriller, right? So now if you want to have a good, basically you need somebody who can run and do fight scenes. Tom Cruise is getting too old. John Boyega is that man, right? He could really, he could really do the spy genre very well. Also, I think if you're moving it to cinema, moving it to like a big screen, you need a little bit more with the character. So I think imagine him being married with a kid and all that emotional stuff that brings in. I think that would just enhance the movie. But anyway, John Boyega is Captain Scarlet. Then follow that with a Stingray movie or Fireball XL5. But Joe 90, right? Joe 90, it starts off like a regular Joe 90, down, Joe 90 thing, right? And then at the end of it, you do a Joe 90 mission at the beginning, and then Joe 90 is killed or something like that, or is like deactivated or something at the end of the mission. It's essentially killed. Right, and it turns out that Joe 90s are only live for 90 days maximum. They're and so this you have like I don't know who's the kid who plays Spider-Man?
Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland. Somebody like that played Joe 90, and who finds out what he really is and breaks his 90-day lifespan and becomes an invaluable agent for whatever it was. Right. Despicable. So Mickey 17 sounds very similar to that. Despicable Me 4, couldn't care less. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. Beetlejuice. What do you think that will be? Do you think it'll be any good?
I have no idea. The first one was okay. I found it was quite enjoyable, but I don't know what they're going to do with this one. I really don't.
Now here's the question: what did you think of Matrix? Was it the new one they did? Revolution.
Rubbish.
I think rubbish is a strong word. I do. Yeah. So look, here's why I like the Matrix Resurrection.
Oh,
I'll tell you why. The good things about it. Firstly, it didn't erase the successes of the first movies, right? It didn't like that's the cardinal sins of that Star Wars movie, the sequel movie. It will completely erase the successes of the Star Wars. No. So you had the world had moved on a little bit. You spent the first half hour them saying, we had no choice to make this. They were going to make it without us. It was going to be more shit. This is our only option. And they say that very clearly throughout the first half hour. And then I feel it feels like a legitimate continuation of that world rather than anything else. Well, I don't know. What didn't you like about it?
All of it.
Okay, something
waste of time.
Category. It's a thing. Come on, give me something.
Well, suddenly it was telling us that the last three movies didn't happen.
Well, that's exactly
that took me out of it.
No, it said there was the world was significantly changed by those movies. That when you finally got to where the humans and the robots were living together, it was the forging of a new society. So I think that's worth the sacrifices of that first movie.
I don't. I just thought it was complete and utter nonsense. Personally, I wasn't enthralled by it. It looked nice. That's all, really. They should never have made it. Should never have made it.
Should never have made that. I agree with you completely. Right, I do agree with you there. But I think that they did. It came out better than I expected. Okay, so a movie that I am glad they're remaking is Borderlands don't have any interest in. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I love the Planet of the Apes. There's only one Planet of the Apes movie that I don't want to watch. Every other one is great.
This one is the essentially the first one with Charlton Heston, isn't it? Because they all
yes and no, right? Apparently, in this reboot, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, whatever it is of the planet, the first one, right? In this cycle. You had some missing astronauts in there. So I assumed they would be the same astronauts that came back. Apparently it's not, which is a real shame. Right? I thought that would be great, but it's still they're still basically astronauts land on Earth. And now they're full of damn dirty apes. Right? And it's I think the world building they've done for this has been very good. Generally speaking, this has been a great series. What do you think?
Yeah, it has. But I don't know about you, but I just thought the effects looked a bit in the trailer, didn't look as impressive as the last one. The last few, but I don't know. There's something about it.
Okay.
I don't know.
I didn't really get that vibe, but I'm not discounting it at all.
Yeah. I mean, I get the impression that it's leading up to the astronauts because they're chasing that girl. I think what the girl is one of the leads in the film, isn't she? And one of them make friends with her and decide, they shouldn't kill humans. They should live together because humans has the knowledge of what went before and stuff like that. And obviously the gorillas disagree and they want total domination. It's the usual. It's like a TV show, isn't it?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If they had used AI to have a cameo of an ape that was played by Roddy McDowall, right? Who was basically the Planet of the Apes main ape in the original movies.
Yeah.
Would you be pro that or anti that?
It doesn't matter to me one way or the other. Do you know what I mean? They're going to do what they're going to do at the end of the day.
No, I'm saying like you personally, is that like it's defense or are you like
the only way they can do that is to imitate Roddy McDowall's voice.
Oh
yeah, they'll never put that horrible. Well, they'll never put that plastic mask thing in this show because it's all CGI.
No. I'm not saying that. No, have him have him like in the modern makeup, playing a chimpanzee, and it's just like a cameo, like you would have him in.
I don't mind. That'd be fun.
Fine. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, you are not enthralled by at all.
Not at all.
Wicked, I am not enthralled by. I'm not. It's like
no.
God, have you seen the trailer?
It's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, that one does look terrible. Fall Guy, it does look like for me. Doesn't look like so. Gladiator 2.
No,
I just feel this was probably about it. It's got Pedro Pascal on it. Fuck off. Oh, fuck off. Like Pedro Pascal, can I say on behalf of the entire fucking world, fuck off. Okay? You were fine in Mandalorian. I'm fine with you being replaced by Katie fucking Sackhoff. Okay? Fuck off, Pedro Pascal. In everything, all the fucking time. Leave me the fuck alone. Oh, I'm a bit over Pedro Pascal, as you might be able to tell. And then God, this is just going on too much. Okay, at this point, nobody gives a shit about any of these movies.
Well, is there anything original there? Fantastic Beasts. They're making another Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, apparently so.
What? Why?
Django Zorro. That's pretty interesting.
That looks all right.
I know. I like this. I like the Antonio Banderas Zorro. Right?
What is it? It's after 7 years. No, this must be a comedy, right? It's got to be a comedy.
Okay. Is it got
comedy?
Who's in it? Antonio Brandt. Never heard of any of these people.
Yeah, it must be a comedy.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it. That's all the movies. One second. I had a thing of TV shows. Are you watching Masters of the Air?
No.
Really good.
First episode was enough for me. If it doesn't capture me in the first episode, I'm gone.
Oh, you saw the first episode?
Yeah, I saw it.
Did they have any of the big aerial attack sequences?
No, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I don't care.
Honest, okay,
what,
so
CGI again?
Probably, but it honestly, it gives, in the same way Saving Private Ryan gives you the same feeling of, well, sort of the absolute terror of being in war, right? Being in the D-Day land. This thing makes you understand what it was like working on a B-52 bomber, right? And the character work is just started to really kick in. We're up to episode 6, and I care about the characters now.
Do you know?
Right?
Do you know what? Right, seriously, if I was given the chance to make something, I don't think I'll do any better than what these people are coughing up. Tell you the truth,
right?
I can try and think of something original, but there's no way Hollywood would ever go for some of the ideas that I want to do. But that's the thing, you see, it's difficult as a filmmaker, and I guess when you in the corporate system, because Hollywood is a corporate system, you're stuck in that corporate system. You can't see the wood from the trees. I get what's happening, but again, I agree with Dave Cullen. Dave Cullen would say independent filmmakers and independent people on YouTube is the way to go, really, for originality, right?
It's not just the way to go; it's the way things are going to go.
Yeah.
Again, if you and I can make our own, if I can make my own Flash Gordon or pastiche of Flash Gordon, I'll make something original, right? And it's good, and people like it, and it has the same production values as anything else. Then the stranglehold is over. Right, it's just going to be a meritocracy at that point, because people just want good shit, essentially. If BBC was smart, the BBC would redesign itself as a social media platform like YouTube, and it would have an open algorithm that would, and whatever is popular would get funding. Right, so you could start your own show, you could do a comedy hour, you could do whatever you want, right, and you can post it onto BBC Tube or whatever we want to call it, right? And it would actually be TV for the people, by and for the people.
The problem is that the little people, it still has the same problem as they had for the last 100 years, is to get their stuff seen by a wider audience. See, it's a bottleneck, isn't it? The distributors and the TV companies.
Well, again, that's why as a creator, right, we are living in a very exciting age. Right?
But it's still the same, though. It's still the same, Rabbi, because even if you are on YouTube, the algorithm is the thing that pushes other content further on. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you have to. It's like anything. You have to get out and hustle.
No. Not disagreeing with you at all, mate.
You have to sell, right? Here's the thing: the artists have always had to sell their work, right? What was it? Who was it? The print made the Sistine Chapel. Was it Da Vinci? Was it Da Vinci?
It was Da Vinci, I think.
It was Da Vinci, right? Wait. He had to. Oh yeah, it actually was it. He had to become like a patron of the church, right? Like you need somebody to be able to pay your way. Yeah. Anyway, let's look at what shows are coming up. Walking Dead, The Ones That Live. Do you give a shit, or I am so Dead?
I might watch it because I do like this character, but it all depends on whether I have time to watch it, because there's so much to watch. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's outrageous, isn't it? It's like, well, how are you going to find time? You know. Anyway, I might.
I definitely find time for Master of the Air. That's one of my big things I'm watching. What else am I watching right now that I like? Thing. I'm watching like some trash as well. I like the Gordon Ramsay shows. I love Master of Hell's Kitchen, that sort of stuff.
But do you see the Nielsen ratings that people are just watching old stuff? They're not watching.
Yes,
crazy, right?
The things that people watch most of streaming services are old. You know why? Because everything today is agenda ridden shit.
Rubbish, yeah.
Right. If you don't make agenda ridden shit, it'll be good. Did you see a couple of years ago, Brave New World, with it was a new adaptation of it?
No.
Okay, that is worth watching. That was excellent, and it died a death, of course. But that was the all the shows I like were always the first to go. Like Raised by Wolves, I thought that was fantastic. Really good, interesting, hard sci-fi. No, done. So I just watched the first 5 minutes of the first episode of Shogun. That has some good production values. That's worth watching as well.
Yeah, but Rabbi, okay, right. The thing that puts me off it, right, subconsciously, and I've noticed this now, it's not subconscious in my head anymore. Look at that shot, right? Yeah. Look at it. It's beautiful, isn't it? You got the sun rising. It's the same colors, the orange and whatever and stuff like that. my head immediately says that's not real. If you all right, so the last Shogun they made on TV wasn't very good, right? It had Richard Chamberlain in it. Okay,
That was
right,
awesome.
right.
Oh,
It was okay, but everything you saw in there was real, right? They couldn't make the sun come up, or they couldn't make the sun look like this, okay? But it felt real. It felt organic. Okay, it felt,
right.
Even though it wasn't as good, I thought it was
It's
okay.
the difference between vinyl and digital.
Exactly. Like, say, if you watch, say, for instance, I don't know, what was the last big thing on British TV? I guess it was Jesus Nazareth. Jesus Nazareth was very.
No, the last big thing on TV was the post office thing.
What post office thing?
The what's the word again? Mr. Bates versus the post office. That was huge.
Mr. Bates, I never heard of that before. Mr. Bates
was ITV over Christmas, New Year's.
Never heard of it.
It got overnights of like 10 million.
That's not a lot.
Yeah, it is. 10 million overnight. Yeah, yes, it is.
Morecambe and Wise got 20.
What?
22. Morecambe and Wise got 22.
Well, that's because there's only 3 channels.
I know.
It was very good.
Suits gets more than that, don't it? On Netflix, Suits is like huge on Netflix.
I don't know.
On the Nielsen thing, it's number 1. Suits, would you believe that?
1, but that doesn't mean anybody's watching. Like,
no, people are watching it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so like the David Tennant Doctor Who's, they got about 30,000 on Disney Plus. They're in their top 10 for the week.
I know, it's amazing, right?
Nobody watches these shows.
What comes out? So what you're saying? It's a lie that 30 million is not watching the David Tennant Doctor Who?
They're lying. Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we had to be clear. No, they're lying.
Right, gotcha.
They're pretending Millie Gibson wasn't fired. They're lying.
Okay.
She wasn't fired because she's white and heterosexual and super hot.
Right.
They're lying. Right?
Okay.
They're lying.
No, but the going back to Shogun and shows like this now, I find I will force myself to watch Shogun and The Last Airbender, which people are saying is awful. I watched the first episode. I will watch the first episode. We'll see. But I'm just saying that. Have you not noticed the color scheme? Every time you watch something on TV that's high quality,
everything is somewhat.
This is this is the color scheme that they always do, and I get a bit tired of that. Nothing's organic anymore.
It is somewhat homogenized. And look, frankly, I think one of the problems with TV is that things have just too big a budget. Yeah, like, I've been watching Very Peculiar Practice recently and loving it. Right? From you remember the Peter Davison from the early 80s? Yeah. These budgets are unnecessary, and they're actually, I think, detrimental. They throw money at things instead of developing good writers. Yeah, right. It's which is why people watch old things. So I don't know how good Shogun's going to be.
I hear it's really good though.
Yeah,
my friend says it's really good.
It looks like quality production. I do hear what you're saying. Right, and I think there's probably going to be a market for more genuine feeding things. So this is interesting. I like Guy Ritchie a lot. I like this style of movie a lot. Yeah, I like Snatch. I thought that was fantastic. I like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I like the TV show Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I liked everything about The Gentleman apart from the movie The Gentleman. Right, it was just like it went on and meandered and just like blah, keep talking. So now they got a TV show of it. Are you enthused?
Nope, not at all. Not at all. I do. I don't mind Guy Ritchie stuff, but I think it's a one-trick pony. Personally, I mean, The Gentleman wasn't. I didn't like that film at all. I haven't liked anything he's done so far. He's a bad at
the action movie. Guy Ritchie's Captain Scarlet, starring John Boyega. I want that movie. That would be fucking awesome. That would be awesome.
You know what I want, and I probably won't get it. I want Henry Cavill to play Bond, and I want Spielberg to direct it. That's what I want.
Ooh,
I think that'd be awesome. Spielberg's always wanted to direct a James Bond film.
Hasn't he retired?
Who? Spielberg. No, Spielberg hasn't retired. That man will never retire. What I'm saying is that
he did a movie last year, didn't he? What was it?
Yeah, he did. I can't. He did West Side Story. I know that was awful. but
Right.
the direction was amazing. What I'm saying is that Spielberg always wanted to direct a James Bond film. Always. That's the reason why he did Indiana Jones.
I
because he got
know.
rejected.
I saw the documentary recently where George Lucas says, "I got something better for you."
Yes, I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that I think Spielberg now in his his age, I think he will jump at the chance to direct a James Bond film, and I think the Broccoli should really approach him because he's not doing anything.
Okay,
And also,
so to save the James Bond franchise, this is the makeover they need.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no. I'm going to give you a full schedule of what they need to do. Firstly, what the movie you're talking about, I think would do better as a standalone set in the 1950s.
A lot of people say that.
Like, I think.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I actually think it's a bad idea. I think a lot of people want to see James Bond as James Bond, back as James Bond, and as long as Spielberg doesn't have James Bond swinging with monkeys or in a fridge that survives a fridge explosion, that'll be fine. But I think Spielberg has the right tone for a Bond film because he knows how to play humor and he knows how to play action, but also he knows how to put you on the edge of your seat with certain sequences. But also he knows how to move action and move screenplay.
Absolutely, I agree. I totally agree with you.
If I was the Broccolis, I would say, I would give him the keys and I would leave the room and let him do his thing and then come back when it's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about with the Bond franchise. I'm saying they need to have several different things running simultaneously. One, they need to really restart James Bond. I always like Tom Hiddleston for Bond, but I do hear you say Henry Cavill. I like Tom Hiddleston because I think he can be more of the suave Roger Moore type Bond, and then turn on a dime and be a cold psychopathic murderer, which I like.
You might be right.
So, but here's what I'm saying: you have several. You have the main Bond franchise, and the main Bond franchise in the first one, you introduce a hot woman spy and a black spy because they're always calling for a black Bond and a woman Bond, right? and no, right? James Bond has to be a white guy, right? That's just like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like he's from the aristocracy, right? And he's it's all part of his character. However, you make 3 movies together, so you get Idris Elba in or whoever you want, and Gal Gadot or whoever you want, and then you spin off the other 2 into their own franchise, their own series. And so each year you have a movie. You get a James Bond movie, then you get a girl spy movie, and you get black spy movie, then James Bond. You always have something going on, and it's not like taken from the world too much. At the same time, you're going to do the James Bond icon series, right? Where you have great directors like Steven Spielberg or what's his name, Avatar.
Chris Nolan, and James Cameron.
James Cameron, right? Have their take on James Bond. So maybe they would do a one-off with Henry Cavill, right, or something like that, right? But you have that different. Have a third series of movies starring Pierce Brosnan, right, as
an older James Bond,
an older James Bond. The idea I had was this was actually for a comic book that James Bond is the only person he recognizes now in MI5. Right, and he hates everybody there. They're all idiot children who don't know anything, and they're all complete fuck ups. Right, which is essentially what the intelligence services are like. Starts off, there's somebody, there's a virus going to be released or something, and he's with another agent who screws up, and he saves the day somewhat, but he gets blamed for it. But basically, he finds out that Spectre has infiltrated everything. They've infiltrated MI5, government, the US, and they're going to install a puppet president, right, in the next election. So he has to team up with Blake Blofeld out of prison to stop this dastardly plan. Something like that. I think that, but I would like to see an older, bitter Pierce Brosnan as James Bond, and then you can keep the series going by as they get too old to do it. Then you bring in Daniel Craig or whoever.
They did try that, didn't they? They wanted to do a spin-off with Jinx, which was
Halle Berry. That was awful.
Yeah, they wanted to do that, but they didn't in the end. But also remember when Eon Productions wanted to do a spin-off, instead they came up with the idea of making standalone movies like North Sea Hijack and The Wild Geese, and do you know what I mean?
Really?
So
That's really interesting. Wild Geese had Roger Moore in it.
Yeah. So that was Eon Productions, because if you not noticed, The Wild Geese starts off like James Bond with the
Wild Geese
sequence and
feels like
stuff.
a James Bond movie.
Yeah. So
I like Wild Geese. It feels it's a James Bond movie, which is much more violent.
Yeah, but so basically they tried it, but there's no reason why they shouldn't try it again. I mean, I like the idea, if you do introduce 2 new spies, that you could have separate while James Bond is being thought of for the next one, you could have this other one come out,
right?
And so, you know, and supplements the movie, whether it be a TV show or whether it be another cinema movie. That's a good idea, but they'll never do it though.
No.
What's her name's lost. She's completely lost.
To all of that, I would do a TV show like based on Moneypenny, like do her spy adventures, or Q or M.
Moneypenny's like just a secretary.
No, I really like Naomi Harris in the Daniel Craig movie.
Yeah,
she was a really good
reinvention. But so did you? So which one was it? It was I think it was Skyfall.
Yeah.
Because there's a sequence in Skyfall, I don't know if you remember it, where they're in the court, and by what's his name, the villain comes in and he's dressed like a policeman, and they start shooting up everybody in the court, right?
Yeah.
What made me laugh, right? I didn't like Skyfall, I got to admit, but what made me laugh out loud?
How do you not like Skyfall? It's one of the best Bond movies ever.
All right, so what made me laugh in that film, out loud, seriously, out loud in the cinema packed full of people, was when Naomi, what's her name, grabbed a gun and started shooting like she was an expert at fucking killing people.
She shot him in the beginning, didn't she?
But that's not the point. The point is, it made me laugh. But the whole thing is that the reason why I laughed, because it was so obvious that the director and the writers wanted all of them to be of a level, so that if Naomi Harris didn't do anything, somebody would complain, "Oh, she didn't do anything because she's a woman," so they had to stick a gun in her hand, so you had to start shooting and stuff like that. So it made me laugh.
But having her on location at the beginning of that movie, I thought really added like a lot to that character, right? I would like to see more of that.
It did, but still, I still thought it was a bit out of place personally as a James Bond film. For me, right, they've lost the actual concept, and I'm not talking about the books, right? Books are a completely different thing. Right. The movie James Bond has been lost ever since Craig had stepped in to be in James Bond. The movie concept of Bond
they're in hiding right now, right? They are waiting out the age of woke before they cast.
You think so?
I hope so. Absolutely, they are waiting before they can hire a white guy.
But by the time they wait for the right moment, they're going to be old. I mean, Wilson's looking like Wilson looks like he's going to drop at any moment.
They're old now. You know? Okay, listen. Do you want a really stupid James Bond movie to reboot the series?
Is that
okay? Picture this. You starts off. You have 2 very Bondable actors wake up, like was it Timothy? What was it?
Timothy Dalton. Timothy Dalton.
No, younger, like Cumberbatch. People who kept.
Right, okay.
And one of them is Blofeld, one of them is Bond. They don't know. They both have had their mind erased by some scientific pulse thing, right? And they don't know who they are. They know their basic identities of like what they think they could be Bond. They think they could be Blofeld. They don't know. They have to work together, right? And to work out who they are. And you don't find out till the very end who is James Bond, right? And then call it double indemnity. There you go. That's just fun and stupid. And you know, this is going to be on Netflix. Ripley. I like Andrew Scott. I might watch this.
What is that about?
Ripley. Andrew Scott takes on the unscrupulous con man Tom Ripley in this new Netflix show, serving as a
the talented
by the 1999 movie, The Talented Mr.
Really can't think of anything new.
Well, it's not they can't think of anything new. It's that movie executives are terrified and they don't know what to do.
You know
they
what,
don't
right?
Understand why everything's failed.
Yeah, but
they don't know.
Okay, right. So what's interesting about this is that they decided to make a TV show of The Talented Mr. Ripley, right? Why couldn't have taken the idea of Ripley and just call him something else. Like I never understood, like, remember which I really loved, Elementary. When everybody mentions the different, I loved it. Everybody mentions everyone mentions the Sherlock Holmes, but they never mention Elementary, right? But the thing about Elementary is that why did they decide to have it as Sherlock Holmes? They could have just called him something else, and he could have been a great detective. Why bother doing that? It's the same thing
because they don't. They needed.
They know.
They know. The story. They didn't have something strong enough. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. I hear you. But yeah, so I did like Elementary.
But when people do have confidence and do have talent and do have ability, it works out fantastically. Look at Indiana Jones, right? Indiana Jones is Doc Savage, is all those old Republic TV shows, Republic serials reimagined, and it boiled down and everything.
They didn't try to, like, for instance, Talented Mr. Ripley is based on the film, right? And they're making it into a TV show. Why don't they just have the same character but call him something else? Just like what
I agree with you. I agree. This is based on the book that the movie is based on.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be doing that because it's just going back to hoping that people who like the Talented Mr. Ripley will see this show. Unfortunately, the people who watch Talented Mr. Ripley are all dead.
Because the age of talented producers is over. They're just idiot cowards who won't take a chance on it. You want to get a Star Wars now, right? Nobody will put money into a new thing, right? That's why independent productions are the only way to go. When somebody does something as an independent production and they believe it, and they love it, and they find an audience, that's where trends are made.
Yeah.
Right. But that's why. Give me AI, baby. Fallout. I will watch this, but I'm not really interested at all.
Yeah, nor me.
It's on Prime Video. Do you have to pay for it? Or is that
no. Well, I've got Prime, so I'll probably get it for free.
Everyone's got Prime. See, the reason Prime is shit is because everybody has it for the free shipping. Nobody really cares about the streaming, and the streaming service is garbage. Right? Okay, here's what Prime needs to do. Firstly, upgrade their app, right? Make it work as well as Disney and Netflix, which it doesn't. But secondly, there's no company identity, right? So the Prime Video should be they should acquire a cinema chain, right? A brick and mortar cinema chain, and then you go to it for free if you're a Prime member, and you have an idea that Prime is kind of like the prestige of movies, like it's behind the red velvet coat, red velvet line. But anyway, so you and then you play they got the MGM library. You just play old movies, right? Make all your original content in your cinemas, and you go there for free if you're a Prime member. And they make money as way they always make money on the concessions.
Yeah, but
when you're paying anything, you'll pay 10, 20 bucks. Yeah.
Amazon, you got the feeling that Amazon, the film part of it is just it's just a hobby of theirs. The main market is what they're doing.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's shit. And they got a lot of good stuff on Amazon. They just need somebody to pull it together. What is it? Sympathizer.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it. What is it?
Never heard of it. No. Park Chan-wook may be best known for directing movies like Old Boy and Stoker. I know Old Boy.
Right.
But he's also currently behind the acclaimed critical TV show Little Drama Girl starring Florence Pugh. Fuck off! I'm sick of Florence fucking Pugh. Oh, fuck me. Not as bad as Pedro Pascal, but just off. Like how did Florence Pugh replace Scarlett Johansson? Like what's up with that?
That's because she is definitely for the woke stuff, and she isn't. The other one isn't. So there you go.
Oh God! I mean, I think they're both woke. Well, here, let me demonstrate something to you here. Like,
what? Okay.
I would never, ever be able to make a thumbnail like this with Florence Pugh, whereas totally works as Scarlett Johansson. Not even me wearing this costume could save Marvel at this point. That's exactly the MCU we all wanted.
You're a sick man.
Yes, exactly. This is why technology. But look, if you put Scarlet Hugh's face on that, you'll be like, what? Why would you do that? oh, Scarlet Hugh and Pedro Pascal, fuck off, okay? And that's just because I love you both so much. I want to be honest with you. So what is this show? He's turned to small screen again with the
don't know. It looks rubbish.
It
might be good. Who knows?
North Vietnam in this. Okay, I would check that the first episode. Knuckles couldn't care less. Leave me alone. Doctor Who, you watching?
Nope.
I thought they were great together. That was one of the good things about it. I thought the scene when they were on the rope ladder was pure Doctor Who.
No, it wasn't.
It totally was.
It wasn't.
If I fell through a time hole from 1975 to 2024 or 2023 Christmas, right, and I came out and I saw that scene, I'd be like, oh look, Doctor Who's still on. There's a different guy playing it now, right? It wouldn't do my head in at all.
Well, that's you, isn't it?
Okay. What was not organically Doctor Who about from a minute they're on the rope ladder, right? That was, and he's jumping over the roofs. That was pure Doctor Who, and and the whole thing about the glove, I thought that was great too. Look, the only problem with this is it's clearly made as a masturbatory fantasy for gay people, which don't get me wrong. I don't mind gay people having masturbatory fantasies. Look, poor Nicola Bryant has been trapped in my spank bank since 1984. Well, you know, like Zod, you know, in the can't get out. So I'm not I don't begrudge it.
The main reason why I won't watch Doctor Who is because I think it's morally wrong what they're shoving into kids' TV, and I do not subscribe to this.
I do agree with you.
So that's what I'm saying. That is the main reason, and I think it's a horrible thing to do. Don't get me wrong. I've got nothing against. In fact, I have so many gay friends. It's ridiculous, but a lot of them agree with me that they shouldn't be doing this. You know, and this is the thing. So this is the thing, and it stops there. It stops with me there. Once I saw Doctor Who dancing in a skirt and a vest in a gay bar, that was it for me. That was enough.
I really don't think it was a gay bar.
There was only men dancing with him. Yeah, you didn't think it was a gay bar. Come on.
I was busy looking at Millie Gibson.
And what about the guy from the band that was with?
I hated that. I hated it. Oh God, that was the worst part. I hated that. Yeah, you're right. That's evil. I agree with you.
All of it is immoral, and it's also
look. I totally worry about that.
I will never watch Doctor Who as long as this regime is happening with Doctor Who. I think it's morally wrong, and also I will never have. If I had kids, I'll never have my kids watch this show at all. I don't want my kids to be
fucked up by their sexual.
I don't. Again, and I will say this, and I can say this because I'm a man of color. I do not believe the Doctor should be black, pure and simple. The only reason why he's black is because of what's happening today. If they did it 10 years ago, even 20 years ago, I would have been all right with it.
Well, listen, I think the time that Doctor Who should have been black was instead of Colin Baker. That would have make a real interesting movement in the show.
The BBC is screwed, and the BBC is a horrible company that's pushing woke agenda. And again, Doctor Who is part of that.
You're not going to hear me disagree with you. You're not going to hear me do it.
I'm not going to watch it purely on that basis.
All right. Bridgerton season 2, season 3 couldn't care less.
Couldn't care less.
No, the boys, they had a really good show came out last year called
V. What was it? Generation
V. Yeah, that was excellent.
I didn't see it, so I can't comment.
Oh, you should. I don't remember it being woke.
Okay, I don't. I might catch it. I'm definitely up for seeing Boys season 4.
Oh yeah, season 2 went a bit too woke, but it came back in season 3. No, this is a genuine winner. House of Dragon, I thought that was a genuine.
It's not my thing. It's not my thing.
It was okay. The thing that hurt this was they had a heavy anti-abortion. they had a very heavy pro-life messaging in the first episode. After that, it calmed down and started like telling us a decent story.
Right.
Umbrella Academy could not care less. Oh my god, how one person, Elliot Page, who has clearly never been anybody else other than Elliot Page, and clearly doesn't look like a little girl compared to everybody else in this picture, right? Because Elliot Page isn't a little girl. No, Elliot Page is a big man. I love season 1. Season 2, I thought was boring as hell whenever Elliot Page's former persona was on screen, and I can't watch season 3 and 4. I'm grossed out by it.
Is it still going? I'm quite surprised it's still going.
All coming out on October 8th. But who gives a shit? Leave me alone. Arcane, didn't see that. Penguin, any interest whatsoever?
None.
None. I don't understand this at all.
Nor do I.
Right? I'm just like, I thought the Batman was really boring.
So did I.
Really boring and pointless, and far lower quality than Batman Begins.
If you were to take that picture and before the Batman was made, and you show this to people and say, "Who's this character?"
Exactly.
They'll go, "Oh, isn't that a famous actor? Isn't that you know what I mean?"
Okay.
Nobody will know that's the Penguin. No one.
Here's the thing. I love Colin Farrell. I love the Penguin. I'm like, Colin Powell playing the Penguin. Fuck me, I'm there. I can't wait. Then he comes on screen and I'm like, where's Colin Farrell playing the Penguin? Him? Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You can afford to hire Colin Farrell to play the Penguin. You own the Penguin, right? You own that IP. And then you said, you know what? You like a bit of Colin Farrell, do you? You like a bit of Penguin, do you? Well, fuck you. You're getting fucking neither with this bullshit. What the hell?
There's no. It's like that Craven the Hunter film that's coming out. Why would you make a film about a secondary character that's in the Spider-Man universe that nobody really cares about?
Well,
why would you do that?
So I'm a big believer in taking like little known characters and turning them on their head and making them.
But he's not a hero; he's a villain.
But it does. I think there's, if you have a good idea, you have a good idea. Look at Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing was a third tier character that nobody cared about, and he became a prime character because Alan Moore's reinvention of him. Right? I think if you have a good thing to tell, that can work. Unfortunately, they haven't with any of these Spider-Man, and that includes the ones that were successful. Venom, right? That's
the only one that was successful,
right?
Because Madam Web didn't work, did it?
Oh my God, Madam Web ended that genre, right? Was this doing this story? I think I have the story.
What's this? Yeah. Agatha Harkness?
Yeah, we'll go there in a second. Madam Web, studios are blaming women instead of themselves.
Of course.
Oh, cool. So this is the next Marvel thing due out.
Nobody wanted,
and they're embarrassed as fuck by everything, and they have no idea what to do. Speaking of fucking up a cinematic universe, The Acolyte. What bullshit this is.
No, thank you. Not watching
and
that.
You know what? I was not being dismissive of this at first because I liked the first season of Russian Doll, which Leslie Headland wrote. But it looks like to me agenda-driven bullshit. Everything in the Star Wars universe is bullshit. That being said, I'm still kind of intrigued what the Skeleton Crew is. Right? Is it a cartoon? Is it live action?
Is it Harry Potter stuff?
No, it's just that they're using the Jude Law. It's starring Jude Law, which is
because this is from Harry Potter, is it not?
Well, Jude Law. That's Jude Law in Harry Potter,
right?
That's the actor's going to be starring in it. So it's interesting things are happening with Star Wars in that there's clearly a civil war going on between the Kathleen Kennedy and the Dave Filoni crew. I mean,
Dave Filoni's not there. Dave Filoni. He's on.
No, I meant John Favreau. So we have
John Favreau's not there anymore.
Yeah, but John Favreau was just announced as the director for The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah. You know.
So that's what's going. Like, hey, Disney is shitting themselves. In fact, the Disney board are shitting themselves because there is a big vote coming up in early April, and there's a corporate there's a board takeover going on by was it Mike Peltz and Ike Perlmutter and Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk is helping out with this to de-wokeify Disney, and they are going to strip the woke out of that bullshit And
if they win,
they're gonna win. They're
Okay.
like the whole dropping the Disney DEI stuff, which is illegal, and they're having their asses sued off them by tons of people now, right? That's all Elon Musk doing, right? They're doing everything to make them look like, and everything they've done has failed. They're firing every left, right. They have no idea what to do. They are fucked. They're going down. Creature Commandos. How do you feel about the James Gunn DC verse?
I don't feel anything for it. I personally think that it's look Warner Brothers run out of money, so I don't see how they're going to finance Superman or anything else for that matter.
Well, Warner Brothers is going to be sold to was it Universal or NBC?
Well, that's the thing. So everybody knows that once a company's taken over or sold, suddenly you've got people up top that have other ideas. So right. James Gunn could make all these around, and I think James Gunn he's actually shooting the suit. Is he actually shooting the Superman film? I'm not sure.
They just started shooting on it. That's
right. So they started shooting it, but who knows whether it's going to change again with the people in charge. Oh God, please, no. This
is going to be this particularly heartbreaking because the comic comes from was fantastic.
Yeah,
Charlie Cox is great. This is going to be shit, I'm afraid. Like this one, I have very little hope for, and even less Ironheart.
Nah, not interested.
Not interested at all.
Not interested at all.
Yeah. So that's what we got coming out this year. Fine. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.